a country where more than 85% of its population is staying in high-rise apartments, I would say that it's a privilege if you have space to grow your own herbs and plants. If you don't have that luxury or that privilege, buying from the market is also a very viable option.
Mr. Neo, 咋？交叉了，你學我淡薄紅地殼，大包嘅嚇。OK，起嚟。OK。OK，我有 bag auntie。感謝 Mr. Neo。I got 紅地殼 2 hot ginger, mint, basil, petai.
In my previous projects, namely Rama Rama Masuk Rumah for Plural Art and STPI's Encounter, where I looked at Roadside Beauties closely, it's through the act of foraging and working with edible wildflowers and plants that I started questioning ideas of intimacy and intimate labor within the home. Because I was immunocompromised, the earlier projects came to fore when I was self-isolating or minimizing my movements outside the house. So when I did allow myself to go out to buy milk, maybe a 5 or 10 minute meander, I would then take my time to look at the roadside beauties and whatever was growing wild. We had a period with no grass cutting, and it was quite amazing to slowly reacquaint myself with the different traditional remedies, the different medicinal benefits that different plants had, simply because some of them were really quite beautiful, and getting to know what teas could be made with them or what wild plants could be incorporated into our meals, that was quite fascinating.
Bo liao. Oh, there got this one. The one that I made tea with, right? The purple, the bunga laba-laba. I think there is a generational gap, and not many people are aware of their users and all that. So there's no demand, and like many of the fruits and vegetables, you'll see there's a kind of homogeneity happening, right? It's quite sad for me because I miss certain things like the snake fruit buah salak, which you can get in some of the more bigger markets or more traditional ones like Geylang. I think misai kuching, for example, because they wilt very fast. Some of these to transport from Malaysia to here, they're not viable. So, okay, that's it. We walked home across this. And then
it's been particularly meaningful to think about this project, Roadside Beauties and Other Tales of Healing, primarily because it has allowed me to link the present with the past and also for the future. In the process of asking for these remedies or recipe, there are a few forms of sharing that could be facilitated. Firstly, the conversation that the person who is writing down or taking notes of the recipes. And secondly, the larger circle from the ripple effect. If we care enough to listen and make, then someone else's knowledge or experience would have been validated. I know of friends who, in trying to recall who came up with the recipes involved, took a lot of time, effort, and care to think through and subsequently credit their mothers, fathers, aunts, or grandparents in the process.